Good evening friends, welcome to Rise IAS Raja's classes. Today we are going to discuss some important points of the Satavahanas. Origin of the Satavahanas. Origin of the Satavahanas, he was Satavahana or Salivahana. Salivahana or Satavahana, he was the first and foremost ruler of the origin of the Satavahanas. He was the son of the Nagaraja. Next to founder of the Satavahanas, Srimukha was the founder of Satavahanas. He is also called as Chimukha. Kings of the Satavahanas, nearly 30 kings, they ruled totally 450 years. Next to the area, which area they ruled and which area they concentrated. Total Andhra Pradesh and total Telangana, some parts of the Maharashtra, some parts of the Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, and also they extended up to the Magadha in the northern India. Capitals of the Satavahanas. Satavahanas first capital Srikakulam. It is a Krishna district. It is situated in the Krishna district of Andhra Pradesh. Later they shifted to the Dhanyakatakam. Dhanyakatakam, it is also called as Dharanikota. Dharanikota, original name Deepala Dinne. Deepala Dinne, it was the original name of Dharanikota. It is also known as the Sri Dhanyakataka or city of tolerance. Sri Dhanyakataka or city of the tolerance. Later period, they shifted their capital to the Paithan or Pratisthanapura. It is situated in the Maharashtra. Official language. Coming to the point of the official language of Satavahanas, it is Prakrut. Prakrut was the official language of the Satavahanas. They used initially Prakrut. During the course of the rule, latter period, they changed their official language into Sanskrit. During the time of the Kuntala Satakarni period, Kuntala Satakarni, he issued inscriptions in Sanskrit language. So Sanskrit started in the 2nd century AD. Next to that, since from the time of the Kuntala Satakarni period, Sanskrit became official language. Royal emblem of the Satavahanas, sun was the royal emblem of the Satavahanas. Religion. Coming to the point of the religion, originally kings, they followed the Vedic religion, but early Satavahanas, they followed Jainism. First Satavahana ruler Simukha or Srimukha, he followed Jainism, and in the Jain literature, he mentioned in the Jain literature, because of he turned into the Hinduism, he was killed by the Jains, or the cause of the death of Simukha mentioned in the Jain literature, just he because of change his religion. Next to common people and queens of the Satavahanas period. Common people, they followed Buddhism, and also queens followed Buddhism. Queens, they gave donations to the Buddhism. Common people, they followed Buddhism. That's why Buddhism spread during the time of the Satavahanas period. Greatest king of the Satavahanas, Gautamiputra Satakarni. Gautamiputra Satakarni, he was greatest king of the Satavahanas. The king who ruled the longest period, nearly that is 56 years. Satakarni too was the ruler who ruled longest period. Kings, the king who constructed caves, he was Krishna or Kanha, second ruler of the Satavahanas. Satavahanas were the first issued land grants in India. They were the first rulers in India, those who issued land grants, Satavahanas. Satavahanas were the first rulers who performed yajnas and yagas in the South India, that is especially in the Deccan. First Satavahana ruler did not perform any yajnas or yagas, but the second ruler, Satakarni I, since from the period of the Satakarni I period, that is second ruler Satakarni I period, started the yajnas and yagas. This we have to remember. First ruler, according to the Jain literature, first ruler, he followed Jainism. Second ruler of the Satavahanas, especially he was the Satakarni I, he started yajnas and yagas, that is, he followed Vedic religion. Next to Satavahana king, who constructed Buddhist vihara in the Nagarjunakonda, he was Yajnasri Satakarni. Yajnasri Satakarni, he constructed Mahaparvataka vihara in the Nagarjuna hills. Satavahana king, who made matrimonial alliances with the Seka rulers, he was Pulomavi II. Pulomavi II, and Pulomavi means, the meaning of the Pulomavi, the person who born from the grass. City administration, the administrative assembly of the city is called as Nigama Sabha. Kingdom of the Satavahanas, they divided into Aharas. Aharas, that means states. Just like we have 29 states like that. Village head, the last unit of the administration is a village. Head of the village is called as Gulmika. Gulmika he mentioned in the inscription of the Myokadauni, Pulomavi 3 inscription. So, first and foremost inscription found in the Andhra Pradesh, it is Amaravati inscription. Head of the village is also known as Gramika or Gramani. According to the Mokadauni inscription, the head of the village is Gulmika. But in the different literatures, they mentioned head of the village is Gramani. The greatest Buddhist saint of that period, Acharya Nagarjuna. Acharya Nagarjuna, he was also called as second Buddha, and also called as the Indian Einstein, and also called as second Tathagata. He was also called as Indian Martin Luther King. So he has different titles. And also he was called as prophet of Madhyamikavada. He proposed the Madhyamikavada. He was a prophet of the Madhyamikavada. Queens of that period. During the time of the Satavahana period, the queens were Naganika. She was wife of the Satakarni I. She issued Nanaghat inscription. In the Nanaghat inscription, she mentioned about her husband, victories, and also the achievements. Another queen who mentioned as a Rajarshi Vadhu, that means Rajamata. Rajamata Gautami Balasri. She issued Nasik inscription. She issued Nasik inscription about the Gautami Putra Satakarni, but not in the period of the Gautami Putra Satakarni. She issued inscription during the time of the son of Gautami Putra Satakarni. That was only during the time of the second Pulomavi period. Vasishti Putra Pulomavi. Second Pulomavi, he was also called as Vasishti Putra Pulomavi. Coins, coming to the point of the coins of the Satavahanas period. Coins were called as potin. Potin is a alloy. Potin is an alloy. Potin made up of tin and lead. Lead is the highest percentage of the potin coin, and they added tin also. Yajnasri Satakarni, he issued ship model coins. That means he struck the image of the ship on the coins. Main occupation was agriculture of the Satavahanas period. Society, it is a patriarchal society. Kings used matronymics. That means Gautami Putra Satakarni, he started to use mother name in his inscription. Sorry, in the name of the First name of the Gautamiputra Satakarni, Gautamiputra, son of Gautami. That means he used his mother name because of that period. Rulers, they have the habit of marrying different wives. That's why Gautamiputra Satakarni, he wanted to tell his mother, he wanted to promote his mother, he wanted to give what is that respect to the mother. That's why he started matronymics, giving respect to the mother. Gautami Putra, the son of Gautami Satakarni, Gautamiputra Satakarni. So this was started by the Gautamiputra Satakarni. So caste of the Satavahanas. Caste of the Satavahanas, Brahmins according to the Nasik inscription which was issued by the Gautamiputra Satakarni mother, Gautami Balasri. She mentioned Eka Brahmana, Gautamiputra Satakarni as Eka Brahmana. Based on that, we got the assumption that is what? He belongs to the Brahman. But according to the Sudras they mention lower origin, that is, according to the Puranas, Satavahanas mentioned as a lower origin, that is Sudras. Puranas mentioned Srimukha as a Sudra. Inscriptions of this period. Satavahanas, they issued many inscriptions. The first and foremost inscription is Naganika Nanaghat inscription. Naganika Nanaghat inscription mentioned about the Satakarni one, and Nasik inscription Gautami Balasri. Gautami Balasri Nasik inscription speaks about Gautamiputra Satakarni victories and achievements. Myokadauni inscription, it was issued by the Pulomavitri. He was the last ruler. He went to the Ballari and he issued there. That place is called as Myokadauni, situated in the Ballari, Karnataka district. Chinnaganjam inscription issued by the Yagnesri Satakarni. It speaks about the Yagnesri Satakarni. After this, Talagundu inscription. Talagundu inscription was issued by the Kadamba Santivarma. And Hatigumpa inscription was issued by the Karavela. Andav inscription was issued by the Kardamika Chastana. Nasik inscription was issued by the Pushpabandha. Batiprolu inscription was issued by the Kubera. Girnar inscription was issued by the, just wait. Girnar inscription was issued by the Rudradamana. He issued Girnar inscription. Rudradamana, he was contemporary of Satavahanas. Bhagavatism entered into the South India during the time of the Satavahanas period, that is especially during the time of the Krishna period. Satavahana king who known from the coins, the Satavahana king who known from the coins, he was Apilaka. Apilaka was the Satavahana king who known from the coins. Gautamiputra Satakarni started Salivahana era. Salivahana era was started by the Gautamiputra Satakarni in 78 AD. This was followed by only one Indian ruler. He was Yadagiri ruler Ramachandra Deva. Yadagiri ruler Ramachandra Deva, he was the only ruler who followed the Gautamiputra Satakarni's Seka era. Gautamiputra Satakarni, he started an era called Salivahana era. Salivahana is other name of the Satavahanas. Next, Ptolemy was a contemporary writer. Ptolemy, he was the contemporary writer of the Ptolemy. And the coins of the Satavahanas period is called as 14, that we already discussed, made up of the lead and tin. Mint center found at Kondapur in the Satavahanas period. Satavahana coins made up of copper, silver, lead, 14 in the different shapes, that is round shape, round square shape, rectangular shape. Silver coins were also issued during the period of the Satavahanas. Silver coins were called as Karsapanas. Karsapanas were the silver coins. This mentioned in the Rudradamanas inscriptions. According to Rudradamana inscription, that was the 12% of interest rate of that period. Gold coins were called as Suvarnas. One gold coin, it is equal to the 35 silver coins, 35 Karsapanas. One Suvarna is equal to the 35 Karsapanas. Gautamiputra Satakarni, he issued the restruck coins of the Nahapana. Nahapanas coins. Nahapanas coins were restruck by the Gautamiputra Satakarni. The coins issued by the Satavahanas had bilingual in nature, bilingual. The name of the kings was mentioned as a Prakrut. Name mentioned in the Prakrut language and some South Indian languages. They are also mentioned in the South Indian languages. First Buddhist stupa found in the South India, that is Bhattiprolu. Amaravati, after visit of 1797, Major Colonel Mackenzie, he visited Amaravati. Amaravati was found by Colonel Mackenzie. Satavahana paintings can be found in the caves, Ajanta caves, 9th and 10th Ajanta caves, mentioned about the Satavahana stories. This is about the Satavahanas. So we expressed important points of the